Okay, before we jump in, just a quick heads up. This is for educational purposes. We're breaking down a business model in a really simplified way, so please don't take it as any kind of financial, investment, or legal advice.
So let's talk about Netflix. We all know it, but how did it become this global giant? Well, the answer isn't just about the shows you watch. Today, we're going to look under the hood at the actual money machine that powers their success.
Now, you might think the secret to Netflix is just making hit movies and popular TV shows, but what if I told you that's not really their main business? The real genius of Netflix is something a lot deeper. So, what is the real secret then? It's not the content itself, believe it or not. It's about how they get that content to you. The true innovation here is the business model, the very system they built for making money. Okay, so let's break down this first big idea. Netflix built what you can think of as a predictable money machine. This isn't about hoping people buy a movie ticket this weekend. No, this is about a system that brings in consistent, reliable income month after month after month. To really understand this, let's compare the old way of doing things with their new model. You see, the old model was all about one-time purchases. You buy a DVD, you rent a movie. For businesses, that meant revenue was all over the place, totally unpredictable. Then Netflix comes along with a simple but game-changing idea, a small monthly fee. That one change turned unpredictable income into a steady, predictable flow of cash.
But wait a minute, a small monthly fee doesn't exactly sound like the foundation for a billion-dollar empire, right? So how do they do it? Well, the magic ingredient here is scale. Let's understand this with a simple example.
Let's start with just one person. Think about a single subscriber. They're paying a small, almost unnoticeable fee. Let's say $10 a month.
Now, that $10 a month adds up. Over a full year, that's $120. It's something for sure, but it's not going to change the world. But here's where the real magic happens. What if you multiply that by millions?
And this is where you really see the power of scale. Look at the difference. One subscriber gets you $120 a year. Now multiply that simple number by over 200 million subscribers. Suddenly that small monthly payment isn't so small anymore. It becomes a massive multi-billion-dollar revenue stream. The key wasn't to charge a lot. It was to get a huge number of people to pay a little bit consistently.
But this whole model has a huge weakness, a single point of failure that the entire business is designed to fight against. And that's the moment a customer thinks about clicking that cancel button.
In business, this is called churn. It's just the percentage of customers who cancel. And for a subscription business, churn is public enemy number one. It's the one thing that can break that predictable money machine. So, Netflix's primary goal isn't just to get you to sign up, it's to make sure you never even think about leaving.
So how do they do that? Well, this is where the content finally becomes their most powerful weapon. By creating original shows and movies, stuff you literally can't get anywhere else, they give you a really strong reason to stay. The goal is to change you from just a temporary viewer into a loyal, long-term subscriber.
Think about all the ways Netflix fights churn. They are constantly releasing new things, so there's always something to watch. They hook you with cliffhangers, making you need to know what happens next month. Their recommendation algorithm is designed to keep you glued to the screen. And they make staying super easy. No ads, one simple fee. It's all designed to keep you in.
And behind all of these decisions is data. Netflix isn't just guessing what people want to watch. They are tracking everything. What you watch, when you pause, what you rewatch. All of that information helps them invest billions of dollars in content they are pretty darn sure is going to keep you subscribed. Okay, so let's get to the final piece of this puzzle. Why is this model so incredibly profitable as it gets bigger and bigger? The answer is in what Netflix is actually selling you. Think about it this way. Whether you watch for 1 hour a month or you binge watch for 100 hours, you pay the exact same $10. That's because Netflix isn't selling you individual shows. They are selling you access to everything. Their cost doesn't really go up if you watch more, but your payment stays the same. That's why every new subscriber makes them more and more profitable. So, let's put it all together. Here's the Netflix engine in 5 simple steps. Step 1, start with a small recurring monthly payment. Step 2, scale that model to hundreds of millions of people around the world. Step 3, use exclusive content to make it really hard for people to leave. Step 4, use data to make sure that content is working. And the final result, Step 5, a predictable and incredibly massive stream of revenue.
So if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Netflix's real product was never just entertainment. Its real product is a business model that creates predictable revenue.
The movies and shows, they're just the tools they use to make that money machine run.
And that brings us to a final thought. Once you understand this model, this idea of recurring revenue, of scale, of fighting churn, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Your software, your coffee, even your razor blades. So the question is, why do you think so many other companies are trying to become the Netflix of their industry?